name is Law Nation, and I just want to be able to give you guys a miniature recap of everything as I'm out here with family and everything here on this side of the world. I just want to say this though: the Cowboys' first day in practice with the pads, it was a very successful one. I'm thinking that when you look at who all pretty much showed up, we do know for sure that we can see some things with uh, Pickens. I think that Pickens is getting that rapport with Dak Prescott. Also, I'm looking at some small details of how we can look at CeeDee Lamb, Pickens. I saw a lineup where they had CeeDee Lamb. Now they had Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and then they had my guy Cavante Turpin in there. I thought that that was an amazing thing for them to do. I thought that that was great because it forces teams to play one-on-one, and I can't wait to have that tape out for you guys at a good angle so you guys can see that lineup there. The Cowboys in general, when you look at the complete picture of what they're trying to do, is establish temperaments, establish the mindset of the run game, and we're seeing it at pieces. Not to say that this particular team is not good enough to run the ball, but I think we have enough pieces in the way so that we can run the ball. When you look at the run game, you will see that there are some explosiveness from Jadon Blue. There are some explosiveness from Miles Sanders. My guy, you know for sure it's going to take more than a arm tackle to knock him down. That's Javonte Williams. So we're seeing some growth aspect out of all of this with this particular team. Cowboy Nation. Nevertheless, reservations just to this point. Size as it relates to defensive tackle. We don't have the biggest of the biggest guys in the building. Hopefully this team is going to cut through things like a hot knife through butter and being able to get to said quarterback or stop the run from the tackle for loss aspect. But if you can't get those things, it's just going to be a situation and scenario that it's an old wait and see factor, Cowboy Nation. Yes, indeed. Appreciate everybody, man, as y'all continue to fill up this room. I really appreciate y'all so much. My name is Law Nation. If this is your first time ever, we talk Cowboys, football, and beyond. And of course, the Dallas Cowboys. This concludes the first week of practice. I'm looking at the different temperaments from what we've seen out of Shotty versus what we've seen out of my guy, Mike McCarthy. I think that Shotty's skill set is very much so with communications. I think that his skill set is also adapting, and you're seeing that these guys communicate more, they adapt more, and all of that good stuff. So those are things that we all gotta like to see. Cowboy Nation, if the audio is straight, put a 1 in the chat. I just need to know if the audio is straight, if y'all could put a 1 in the chat so that we'll make sure we all on the same page with this. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. Also, defense. Shout out to you, Cowboys Vet 71. Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for putting 1 in the chat. Also, the defense. When we start talking about defense wins championships to me. Secondary. I'm not finna say that Andre Booth improved this offseason, but I can tell you that out there, Andre, to me, is a little bit ahead of Jaylen Parsons. He's a little bit ahead of the other DBs that's out there outside of Carrier Elam. It could be by a situation just by chance, but it is for what it is. I get it, you know. We talking about Andre Booth. We've been talking about how we can replace him with other DBs, but we just got to give him a chance to see whether or not this system will work for him, and maybe that could be the situation. Just like with Kyer, we seeing him being explosive and doing things, redirecting, catching the INTs, forcing batted down balls and stuff like that, PBUs. It could be the same thing. I'm not saying that Elam is going to be a trash with us, nor Booth is going to continue to be trash with us. But what I'm saying is we just trying to get things going the best way possible. and that is putting the best talent out there. We got to put the best talent out there, Cowboy Nation. Yes, indeed. Q&A time, man. Everybody that's here, man, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from. If this is your first time out here in Oxnard, if you're here, let me know what's going on. How y'all feel about Jake Ferguson getting his bag, 4-year deal, $50 million. Debo from Maryland, appreciate you. DC for life, appreciate you, my guy. All the way from Maryland. Who else we have in the building? Appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to MJ. Shout out to Davies, man, for bumping into me while we was out here at training camp. Salute, kudos, and credence to Lando, the Lando Show. I know you guys seen him. Maybe we'll link up tomorrow. Aloha, appreciate you. All the way from Hawaii, from Delaware. Shout out to the Delaware Punches, man. Corey, thank you for jumping in. Elijah, what's good, man? Thank you for being part of these type of conversations. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Jason Barnes, man, what's good with you? ATL, got Lancaster, was in the building, Cowboys vet, Texas, via Oak Cliff, Kimball, Columbia, South Carolina. Appreciate you, man. Thank y'all for jumping in. Yeah. Yeah. How about them boys, Chappelle? I think them boys are going to do something spectacular, amazing. They are heading in the right directions. We ready for week one. We're going to be ready for week one. We going to be ready. I just feel like when the world is against the Cowboys, that's when we do the best. Shout out to you, Matt Batten, man. Appreciate you. Also, when the video come out, it may be late, so turn your notifications on. Update on Micah Parsons. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, right? He's still waiting. They're still waiting. They still waiting. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Arlington in the building. Shout out to you, Poison Ivy. Appreciate you. Mr. Soulful. Worried about a secondary. Maine. That's an agreeable worry. That's an understandable worry. That's a real understandable worry. I can't get mad at that. I definitely can't. It's more of the unknown. It's more of the unknown than a worry. It's more of an unknown to me. Shout out to you, Brenda. Appreciate you. Pickens blending in well. The reason why I say the secondary is the unknown. Siobhan Revel, even though we want him to slowly integrate back into the system and the situation with us, but it could be that he is ready and they just want to make sure that they got extra precautions because he is a rookie and they don't want to rush him out there. And Siobhan Revel, talking to him again today, he lamented the same fact that he's only got one speed, and that's 100. Shout out to you, Perry Lock, salute to you. He said he's only got one speed, and that's 100. Yeah. Only one speed. The reservations we may have is defensive tackle. I think that you guys are cool with edge rush. I think you guys are cool with safeties. I think the linebacker room is winning y'all over, right? I think that all of that stuff is winning y'all over. Hold on, let me let them know I'm over here, okay? Hold on tight for us. That's a good thing about mobility. We can move, we can do the show on the road, huh? Yeah. So, that being said, friendly stroll around the park. Park law. Sounds of soft souls. Hits and oldies. The park law. Told nobody to take my spot. Oh, they did. They took my spot as soon as I left. The rascals and took my spot. I had a good little spot. Yeah. What about running back room? All right, we're going to break down the offensive line in a few. Yeah, but hold tight. Yo, I'm over here. I'm doing content. Yeah, y'all good? Just, you got my other phone, right? Oh, yes, indeed. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? We out here, we shining and grinding, ain't this right?
Shining and grinding.
Yes,
Having
indeed.
a good time in Oxnard.
Oxnard, beautiful weather. Let people know how it is so you can wear this out here. Look at that.
Yes, it's a little chilly. It's hot. Dallas is hot.
Dallas.
Oxnard is a little cooler.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Y'all know how it goes. It's cool out here. Hey, I'm thinking about moving out here. Just coming back during the season. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to your Common Sense Lab. Appreciate you. Thank you for jumping in and being part of this. Matt Batten in the building. Yeah. And remember, so not to outspeak my wisdom teeth. So if anybody need to know anything about Parsons' deal, just know that I'll be knowing it first. Yep, y'all know it first from me. Cause y'all seen who that was, right? Y'all let me know who that was in the chat. Y'all let me know who mama that is. They said that mama said it's a real thing. They said mama say it, man. Them mamas be knowing, man. And I would say what and how they feel about everything as far as the contracts and everything. But I'm gonna let time be the real equalizer to that. That's the best way to say it. Yeah. I'm gonna let time be the real equalizer to that. Yes, indeed. So it's beautiful. There's still no days off. I got my other phone over there uploading all of the content. It's gonna be about another two hours before it's all done. And we're having a great time. I'm excited about this team, Matt Batten. Look, we all need to be excited. We all need to be happy about the way this team is formulated and getting things going. Christian Wilkins. How much was his contract? All we know is that one year he had a twisted ankle. Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele is still rehabbing his ankle. He was like limited in practice today, but he was out there in practice, however that goes. Let me know. Let me know how much was Christian Wilkinson's contract is, or was, or what have you. Because the reason being is Jerry ain't finna pay that. Jerry is not finna pay that money. Bring Wilkins in for a cup of coffee. I would love to. We need size. We need size. Let me repeat this. We need size. We need size. I know they cut him, but I think he still had to get paid market value, right? I don't know how all of that worked, but I'm gonna go to my research team, which is ChatGPT and Grunk, and we're gonna ask them both of what will be the minimum contract that he will be willing to take, and we'll see what can work out from there. He was cut, and they said he had foot issues. They said his foot, that he had gone through recovery and rehab, and these sorts of things, problems and issues. And then they found him on tape inside the facility in Raiders land, dancing. So this is what I would do. If I'm the GM of the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going out there, I'm grabbing Christian Wilkins, and I'm bringing him on the team. I'm getting all of the information. We got to play the Raiders this year. I'll use that as a marketing tool as well. It will be so much that I'm bringing him in, and he will be fighting for that rotation piece. Of course, Mozzie, Jay Toya, and then it will be Christian Wilkinson, and then he will fight himself all the way back up to the far #1 rankings and then all of this stuff. So that's what I would do. He would by far beat out Mozzie, right? Sign Christian Wilkins, sign Micah right now. We always use the other defensive tackle. Yeah. But number 99, Oprah Winfrey's son, he's been balling though. We might have us a good deal already. We might have us a good deal. I thought he was playing for the Raiders when he got released. But we might have us a good deal. We might have us a good deal. I got to give you the information on Span 4's injury. He was balling out on camp all day yesterday, the day before that, and then he had a major setback today. But I give y'all the updates on that. Can we tag George Pickens? Yeah, we can ultimately tag him. Oh yeah, we can tag him. Osa, hold on, what we got? Osa, Mozzie, Thomas, Toya, free. And that Maryland defensive tackle, we got not enough, Law. No, it's not enough. All right, somebody asks, Chappelle says, how Dak is looking, Law. Here's my take on Dak, and please don't shank me with the butter knife. He's not looking spectacular, and he's not looking good or great. He's looking like an average mid player right now. He's not looking like, oh wow, look at that throw. Oh man, that was a spectacular run getaway. He's just looking like a guy in practice, nothing over the top. Don't crucify me for that, but I just got to keep it real with y'all. Hey, Tad Prescott and Dak Prescott and whoever may be watching, I'm just telling y'all the truth. He don't look bad, and he don't look extremely like good either. So I'm not saying he look like Dak, but he just trying to get the practice day going. So the most ahs and oohs we get is occasionally from Joe Milton dropping back and throwing it crazily and turning back with flips. So let's see how day 2 of padded practice look. Let's see what these guys have as far as temperaments. Maybe we see a big play while it's a ready play out there on the field. Yeah. Exactly, Chappelle. He says, Dak, just take it easy. That's what we want. We're ready for him to play week 1 all the way through week 18. We want him to play every game, basically. But here's my take. Call it an unpopular take. Call it a weak take or a horrible take. But I think, just me, I think that Dak Prescott should play a whole quarter of preseason. I get it. Some people say it's series. Some people say he don't need to play preseason at all. We got the Rams coming next week and all of this stuff. But to me, I'm just telling y'all, man, I just don't want, and we can probably still beat the Eagles or what have you, but I just don't want us to be considering looking at the Eagles game as a warm-up game for Dak Prescott first time getting hit. You know, that first hit, that's the one that wakes you up. That's the one that wakes you up. And it's going to take, if you don't play a single preseason game, it's going to take 2 or 3 games before you get ready. And I believe that's what happened to Dak last season. We had the first 5 or 6 games. Hear me out, and I know y'all, Law just a Dak apologist. I get all of that. Apologize on these NUTs, because what I'm telling y'all, when you haven't developed that chemistry, that rapport, and you just now getting hit, the first month of football, you trying to get into shape. I remember back in the days that there was like 5 or 6 preseason games. Who remember that? Who's old enough to remember? It was a lot of preseason games. A lot of preseason games. I get it. We so ready to get to the real season, but we don't get the real evaluation from the preseason anymore. I think, to me, yes, we got an extra regular season game. To me, I'm just telling y'all, to me, it throws, I don't like uneven numbers, by the way. I like the numbers to be even. But to me, I feel like the NFL is losing out on so much when we took away that preseason game. I think the NFL need to go back to 4 preseason games. Let that third preseason game be the dress rehearsal game, or the second preseason game be the dress rehearsal game, so you will really get a good scale of your team. But by it being only a three preseason, it try to rush you to get to the NFL, and that could be the reason why all of these players get these crazy injuries, because they rushing these guys to play in the National Football League. It's supposed to be a slow progression. I don't like another thing. I don't like when they do the cuts. I used to like when they do the wave cuts, because sometimes when you playing in this sport, you need that wake-up call. You need that, oh, snap, they done cut John. Oh, snap, they done cut Freddie. You know, they cut my guy Freddie. You need that wake-up call. But I believe we go from 90-man roster, if I'm not mistaken, all the way to the 53. Is that correct? Y'all let me know in the chat. I don't like that rule, which is cut day, but I just don't like that rule, because now you're rushing everything. Shango is doing well. I think the godfather of all Cowboys content creations is a great. He's doing great, man. He couldn't make it out today, but he said he's gonna make it out this week. He's gonna make it out this week. Mr. Soulful says makes the game day roster 60. But the NFL too greedy for that. Them jokers greedy, and then the NFL greedy. Matt Batten, man, it's all good, man. Much love to you, man. You can always watch it on Rewind and share the content. We really appreciate you. All the current cap room after Ferguson extension. I should have had that information to you either 12 o'clock tonight or tomorrow, or no later than Wednesday, because it should update by then, and I'll give you the cap space that we're going to have the cap relief for, signing Ferguson to a 4-year deal, $50 million situation extension. So it's a good thing for us. And he's a humble guy. I talked to him today too. Shout out to Ferg. I brought him in over the kids, though. The kids were trying to get their football signed, and I was like, Ferg, you know, sometimes when the kids yell, he ain't listening. With my voice, I was like, Jake! And then he would start walking over. I said, Jake, you gonna do this to me? You know, Jake! I turned into a doggone, y'all should have seen it, man. I turned into Denzel Washington. You gonna do this to the kids? And he turned around and he went over here and signed the football. It was crazy. He signed it and it was great, man. It was wonderful. He signed the football, and I said, man, congratulations on your 50 mil. Let your boy hold about $20. I told Jake Ferguson, let your boy hold about $20, man. You know, I know the cap room before the extension is 32. This is from Daniel. That's enough money, believe it or not, for us to go get a lot of guys. My dark horse, Treshawn Holden. We gonna get him on the podcast, baby. I think that Treshawn Holden, he still may be a long shot if politics is involved. But politics is on his side. Wind blowing hard. Politics is on his side. And the reason being is the politics on his side is because he got Adams, Junior Adams, as his wide receiver coach. But to solidify this story correctly, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, we want the best man to win. We need the best man to win out there. And I'm not going to hate, but Jaylen Brooks had a good practice day today. Man, I was like, Lord, Jaylen Brooks was balling today, man. I was like, who that? I said, who that catching that ball? They're like, a little part of me wanted to be like my guy Brandon. You know how Brandon be saying, like Brandon, shout out to you, Brandon Ross. You know how when Dak Prescott throw 4 touchdowns, 350 yards, and then he probably have 1 INT in the end, and Brandon calls in and Brandon say, hey, Dak, I got you. You played good. But you still 2-5, Dak. You know, I felt like I was a little version of Brandon when I saw Jaylen Brooks catching all of them damn passes. I like, hey, Jaylen Brooks, keep in mind, you still in that doghouse. You keep dropping balls, man, when it count the most. We need for you to do this when it matter the most, you know. Law, you notice Overshawn tied to Flu's waist in training camp. You think that they play into Michael's contract negotiation. This is from Aaron Smith. No, but I will say this about Overshawn. He's a vocal leader. Let me say this again. He is a vocal leader. He's a great communicator. He's very smart. He's intelligent. He's wise. I think that with Overshawn, when you think of like whatever you may have a knock on him with, his skill set and his personality overcompensate that, right? So respectfully, let me say this to my people that's watching. I'm gonna say this to my people that's watching. Let me go back to my spot over here. They finally moved off my spot. Let me go to my spot. I feel better in my spot. But I'm gonna say this to my people that's watching this. If anybody hold grudges, if it's anybody that hold grudges, it'll be Jerry Jones. If it's anybody that hold grudges, it'll be Jerry Jones. The boys, Cowboys. Yeah, y'all like, yeah, it's Cowboys. Yes, indeed.
You know I'm in the Cowboys camp?
You in the Cowboys camp? That's dope, man. You gonna be there tomorrow? All right, come check me out. So what I'm getting at, because you know the kids, they want to know what I'm videoing about, is that I was told between us and the 211 people that's watching is that there was a deal on the table. There was a deal that was on the table for Parsons, and he didn't accept, and he didn't pick up the call when Jerry Jones initially wanted it to be done. Fast forwarding, when it was time for them to speak, Jerry Jones says, oh, hell no. When I was ready, you guys wasn't ready. So therefore, you're gonna have to be ready on my time. That's what I was told. So, after getting more context to everything, it appears that the deal will get done. The deal will happen, but it's not gonna be on their terms or time frame. It's going to be on Jerry Wayne Jones time frame. And Jerry is in the chat right now. or his AI robot is in the chat. He can't confirm. So what I'm telling y'all is that when I watched the movie Landman, now watching the movie, I like to watch movies or the shows within the shows, right? I like to try to find the context of the reason why, what makes these guys tick the way they tick. In Landman, you got your workers and you got your owners, the people that goes out there and buy the land, buy the equipment, and all of that SHIT is a gamble. If I go buy 120 acres of land, there's no guarantee that there's oil at the end or at the bottom of it, right? You got to have long money. I'm talking about longer than Jaylen O'Chin, or the ability to negotiate, or the ability to look at contracts, or the ability to scale and get things going. So what I'm getting at, baby, is Jerry Jones is the ultimate businessman as it relates to contract negotiating and getting things done. And Jerry will gamble. He will prove that, hey, I'm the alpha male, and these sorts of things, so that things can get things moving. And that's what we are witnessing, and that's what we're seeing live right now with Micah Parsons' contract and Jerry Jones. It's more of an ego thing. It's probably Jerry Jones got all of the love for Micah Parsons. Jerry could just be pissed off at David Mulageta. And that could be the situation that, hey, you think that brother gonna try to show me up? All right, the next time we sign this contract, or the next time we have the conversation, it's gonna be on my terms. And if not, I will send Micah Parsons to Pelican Bay. You know, that's just how it goes. It's always an ego trip. It's always and that's how it is. Pride. When I watch Landman, and I know y'all watch Landman, it's been out for a long time. When old boy, what's his name, Tom, he was telling their cartels, like, hey, we got X, Y, and Z things with the CIA, FBI. We got all of this land. If you decide to pitch a war with the oil, it slows down the economy, it slows down production, it increases rates of this and that. You don't want to pick a fight with an oil man. And the cartel people, they was like, sure, we don't give a damn. We want our money back. We want our $30 million back. And the dude was trying to tell them. But what did that cartel do, y'all? That cartel literally said bump all of that, and they blew up that man oil mine and oil machines and all of this stuff. And it was crazy, baby. It was flat out crazy on the retaliation aspect of it, because he thought he got away. Shout out to Boss Cowboys Sports, man. Appreciate you for jumping in. My dog, my brother from another mother, man. Yeah, it's economics. Appreciate you, man. That's definitely what I majored in. Economics, man. Yes, indeed. So it's all about that. So the deal will get done, but it's an ego to it, and it would not get done until Jerry Jones said, hey, I'm ready to get the deal done. Money, money makes money. Yeah, Jerry, you been watching, baby. If y'all haven't watched Landman, I'm telling y'all, I'm encouraging y'all, so that you can get to know that side of Jerry Jones, because he's absolutely in the position of the guy that's over these oil rigs and all of this stuff in the land, and how they hike the prices up. It's business. It's flat out business, baby. So that's what Jerry Jones is. Never watched it, go watch it. You will get a better understanding of Jerry Jones, the grit, the gambler, the need to be right as a terrible drug. It's a great show, man. And it's a great show. Yeah. And just like on Landman, Jerry Jones got a daughter. Tommy got a daughter, you know, the one that's over that little area. I think, and then he got a son named I want to say James. So his son named Cooper. His son named Cooper. Kind of remind me of Stephen Jones, want to prove a point. If you really think about it, you know, just like Stephen Jones trying to prove a point, Cooper trying to prove a point. And Cooper on that show, he got degrees and stuff in that field. He's very smart. But man, that soft leg, man, that soft leg got him a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we about ready to go, man. Yeah. Man, I can't wait till the land, man. See, what I'm gonna do is when season 2 come out, I'm gonna wait till it come all the way to the end. I'm gonna binge watch it. I don't like to be teased. BMF already got me teased to a degree. Yes, D. I need to check out Mobland. Indeed. I'm gonna get on ready. Run on up out of here. And they want me to play spades. So when we play these, yeah, I'm still live. Finna wrap it up. But I was just gonna tell them, when we play these spades, I hold no.
Oh, when we play these spades, he going down. I'm gonna have to come back on the live and let you know he got his behind whipped. But anyways, I just want to let you know from Miss Parsons, we going to the Super Bowl this year.
Come on with it. Well, shoot, thou should decree a thing, and it shall be established. Come on with it. Slap your neighbor and tell him we going to the Super Bowl. When Jerry opened up that wallet too. Come on with it. All right, y'all. One love, DC for life, not for short. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And as the words of Jim Rohn says, when the end comes for me.
We gotta
manifestation. Yeah. Jim Rohn once said, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get it, baby. I'm gonna see how to end this thing now. All right. Peace.